Hello everyone, Black Sentinel here, playing some more Danganronpa once again. We are about to enter what could be our very last episode. At least it's going to be our very last class trial. So who knows what kind of craziness is about to go down. Hopefully we've got enough of the truth of the school and there's no more hidden truths hidden in this school. Otherwise, we are in trouble. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and let's get this trial started, shall we? I started making my way toward the opening, step after step, toward the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, all my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. 6 students. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper, it fell. Yeah, sounds about right. Closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial? This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin! Oh boy. Save. Yeah, sure, why not, I guess. Go. Alright. Open handbook. Let's go over everything. Got the Monokuma file, talking about the death. Whoops. The things I had to go check. The Monokuma room. The biolab tarp. The file on Ikusaba. Ultimate despair. Being a group and not a singular person. Headmaster's bones. Kyoko and the headmaster. Headmaster's e-handbook. Blocker notebook. Blocker pocketbook. Biolab secret. Biolab lights. Right. Group photos. Genocide Jack's memory. Kyoko's count. Review DVD. Yep. Okay. So I remember everything now. Gotta make sure. Skills. Anything I should worry about? Envious influence. No. Nah, I think I'm good. There's preparations. Clean my glasses.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
You
And
better.
that's final?
That's the
No
truth.
loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Why does his voice sound deeper this time
you're
around?
taking
Am I
this
crazy?
serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Not
Don't
really.
bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
Oh my
I'm
god,
right,
Hero.
aren't I? I knew it!
What reason would we have to do that? This is Checky, Headmaster's Handbook and group photos.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Okay.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
Okay.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
Oh my
Evidence
goodness.
that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Which is...
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. Okay. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other. And I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
Master Z
I have
Headmaster
evidence,
Z
so I know I'm right.
Hey,
This is
you
a
stole
check.
my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. Evidence
Let me
that
try
proves
the group photo.
What? This doesn't make any sense.
How can the
Have a
three
gut
of
feeling
us each have that kind of...
That's the answer.
No, that's
Yep.
wrong.
I had a gut feeling that'd be the answer.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Yeah, because probably each person got a group
Well,
photo
Yeah.
with one person being
Wait, but mine's
outcasted.
different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But
Okay.
that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Alright then. Figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's the only time you've included anything into a trial. Yeah, he's not in that one.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So
We're
the
jumping
whole
too close to the
purpose
gun.
behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other.
That's why
The
Monokuma gave him to
mastermind laid
us.
a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Yep.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. Yeah, and that person is the ones who got the photos.
I got it! In each
Dumb
case,
question.
the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
Yeah.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Yes.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Yep.
And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
Yep. Because they're likely the ones who took the photos.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Okay. What you got? Okay.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
Yep.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Ugh. Only you idiots.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. Something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. Yeah, you guys all knew each other, but you don't realize you knew each other. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? Need to compare each of them one more time. Yakuya's picture. Ina's picture. Hiro's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Photo to add to the truth bullets. Okay. Cool.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
I guess.
Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about
It may
that.
not be fake.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No,
I don't.
no, I assure you, they're quite real.
And he has no reason to
What are you
lie.
talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that.
Exactly.
So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
No.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either, but is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
Thank you
What
for
do
thinking
mean?
something. The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Can we talk about the CD or whatever? Maybe some memory erasure? Amnesia. Come on, give me that S. There we go.
Now I understand.
Some kind of amnesia. Or purpose memory
Let's say
wipe.
that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, I get it.
somewhat.
So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories?
Let's see the CD.
Crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe me, or believe it. No matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. That's true. Can't move forward until they accept it. But there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Come on, let me choose the CD. Fine. Monokuma interviews DVD. Yeah. I don't know why I said CD. That's obviously DVD. I don't know why I was saying CD. I know
You're
better than
saying
that.
we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since
That's
when did
spontaneous.
this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
It's
I
not.
promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
You
Ever
don't.
since I
You wouldn't
got to
know
this
if you got
school-
it.
I remember everything that's happened.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
Then why does
it's
this DVD exist? Come on. Tell me. Tell me what's up.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
Vision interviews.
show us something indecent, are you?
Oh my god, shut up, Toko. Please.
No,
You're absolutely
it's nothing
annoying.
like that.
You're an idiot. Sit in your corner and shut your mouth.
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
All of you.
All of us. including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
Why is it
No,
here?
It's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
There's Hina.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
Except Amnesia doesn't
To
live
be
or breathe.
honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Which is? What you got,
Something else?
Bianca?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yeah.
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
Yes.
We'd
Everyone.
say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
They have such serious looks on their faces too when they're doing this.
Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers.
Not a
You
one.
don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not.
Yes, it does.
Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
What if there's like a zombie
Insane or not,
apocalypse
You
outside?
can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, it's a little late to
Indeed.
just reverse the amnesia.
We only have one path in front of us.
Then, I really...
Signed up for this.
You all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And
Yeah,
this
sounds
isn't
right.
like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
Yeah.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah.
I knew I could count on you.
The
Have I
interview
never
with
noticed-
the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost.
Have I really never noticed Hina
There
wears
must
a
have
knee
been
brace?
A purpose to it all. A reason
On her right
for
leg?
taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
I'm at the
That
DVDs,
has
right?
something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It
Sure
sure
does.
does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay. So you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
Essentially. So until we do that, Well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. It's gonna be a dead student. Control room, profile, handbook, okay.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Good question.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yes.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so
Onokuma
sure?
control room.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No, it's the control room.
Wrong.
Sorry to burst your little bubble there, but
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
yep.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In
Control
the
room.
back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time.
Yeah.
So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
Problem.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
They aren't a remote control.
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
It's not remote controlled
It's not me!
from a small device. It has to be
blame
from the
you,
room.
Makoto!
Oh, whatever.
Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Yeah, because of alter ego.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
That's,
Aw,
I guess, one way to
nuts. Got me.
get it.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Good question.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
That's true.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No.
That isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
That was postmortem.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Right? Boys were ahead. The other wounds.
I got it!
Stab wound wasn't even part of it.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Yep.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yes. Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. No one said the body was alive
It
that
made it
night.
pretty clear. Those
Or morning.
wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
Ah.
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days. If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
Her report
You're
doesn't
wrong.
say that. Report says she came out with no scars at all.
Me. Before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Yeah, whatever. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Yeah, you're telling me. Okay, make your argument. We should... Record photo... Profile, yep. Come on.
Mukuro was
There we
the
go.
ultimate soldier.
Yep.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So,
Fair.
when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Her profile says she came out with no scars. She was the ultimate
No.
soldier.
Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle.
In fact, she
The
suffered
file
none.
we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Yeah.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Yeah, thank
Anyway,
you. Don't fuel
so
her.
we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
True.
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Yep. Gross fatal injury has been... Yep. Or that... By now, we should
But
know
if that's what killed her,
when she really died. So we
then
know how
does that
someone
mean
died
she's
like
really
that.
been dead for who knows how long?
Yeah. Surprise.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
Yup.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Yes, and?
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it
Fair.
that attacked you?
Good question. I didn't think of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. Mastermind.
I got it!
That'd be the only one. Mukuro is
The
dead.
one
and
who attacked me
the Master's
was
been
the
dead.
true mastermind.
Yep.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me,
But it could have been played.
but I was wrong.
Could have been
It
faked.
wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Yeah, you've been quiet all this
Don't
time.
mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption.
Yeah,
You
it's not
can't
hard
really
proof.
know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo compared to that of the masked attacker. Yeah. It should be obvious. Okay. Won't come with file number 5. I guess that means I'm gonna have to use a flashback thing.
You never saw their face, right?
Yeah.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Okay.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left
I didn't mean
hand?
do that.
Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
Her noticeable feature of the tattoo that marked her membership easy spot area. It would be the
saw their
right
face,
hand, right?
So you can't have. I'm telling
You now, it was Mukuro
You're wrong. Even without seeing
Let's say
their
right hand.
face,
there's another part of the.
Oh? Is it the right hand or the left hand?
There we go.
Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left. Or could it be
the hips.
Noticeable feature, blah blah.
You never saw their. So you can't have.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro
you're wrong. There's another part of the attacker we can.
Oh? And is it the right hand?
I have no idea what the hell it's asking me for. You wouldn't mean Makoto. Words can cut as deep as a blade. No, you're talking 1 point deduction.
Shoot!
Anything about one more time. There must be a contradiction there somewhere.
You never saw their face. So you can't have. I'm telling you
Was it
now, it was Mukuro
Does this talk about it?
There's another part of the.
Oh? Is it the right hand or the left hand?
Yeah, I'll try left hand with the file. If it's not that, I'm gonna be in trouble.
You can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the.
Oh?
Come on.
Is it the.
Or the left hand?
Dang. You wouldn't mean Makoto, okay.
Shoot!
One more time, there must be a contradiction in this somewhere.
You never saw their face, right?
I might be in trouble here.
So you can't have any idea who was under that. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of
the attacker we can.
Oh?
Is it the right
or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be
the hips?
Tattoo that marked her membership with Fenrir is an obvious area.
You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another.
Say
part
right
of the.
hand again.
Is it the right hand?
Okay, I got it. There. Jeez, I could have lost it all there if I wasn't careful.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And
No
there
tattoo.
was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
No.
If
She's
you
not
insist,
feeling you.
I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Or anyone could say anything. Yoko is moving her gloves.
Your hands!
Whoa. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Yoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Why? Oh yeah,
Makoto,
it's all her hands.
did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear.
It
There
had
can
been
be no
mastermind.
doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours!
Why do I have a feeling it's not the first time
sorry.
either?
Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
Actually,
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
no.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
Or on full display to prove the
And after
point.
she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
Never had to find her. It was right in front of you.
Stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed.
And I saw this ages ago.
Just like your brain.
Things are just starting to line
Then
themselves up
she
for me.
was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
Yep, there's only one place. It's the biolab. Can't think of anywhere the body could have been stored. The
I
biolab.
got it!
Yeah, the kitchen. Sure, we kept it in the
Mukuro's
freezer in
body
the
was
kitchen.
probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Yep.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Let me guess, the biolab tarp? Proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Let me guess, I have to do the frickin' normal usual thing. Oh no, I don't have to. Biolab. Secret? Tarp? Tarp. They're tarp.
I got it!
Ta-da!
What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Yep.
This
I got
proves
y'all.
that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
Mm-hmm.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
We did last trial.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Yep.
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Because it's gotta be one of the
You
students.
See, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Mm-hmm. An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about
La
and...
la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. Are we doing the Hangman Gambit? Inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about the incorrect number
By the
of
way,
bodies?
Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
Oh my gosh, dude, you should just ignored him.
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What? Why are you bringing that up now?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Okay, and what about it?
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Trying to throw you off your game,
Your
idiot, and you
mom,
listen.
Your dad, your little sister.
Even Hero
What
over
do
there
you
is
think has happened
confused,
to your
and Hina's like,
family? Are they
yes.
really as safe as you might have assumed?
Of course not.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
He's a bear trapped in a corner, literally. Yeah, I need him to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. Anyway, about the inconsistency, so if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slap him with it. Slam him with it. Oops. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Yeah, the amount of deaths and the amount of bodies. Moment of truth. Okay.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Nice try. Make sure it's the right
I'm not listening!
biolab secret. Yep. Nope. Biolab lights. There we go. That incorrect number of lights. What? I shot him.
What are you even talking about? What? What do you want?
Okay. Now,
I'm
biolab
not
lights.
This should prove it.
I don't know why it didn't work the first time. I know I did it late and I screwed up the first shot, but whatever.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
Yep.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
She just said that. Thanks for the clarification, moron.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in.
Only 7.
And there were only 9.
9.
Why does that
I know
matter?
math.
You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
I got it! 10
had
of the
10
lights should have
deaths.
been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
It's all the
That's
bodies
simple.
have been put in there.
Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Leon Junko was second. Leon paid third. Then it was Chihiro. And Mondo. Of course, there was Taka, then Hifumi. And Celeste. Sakura was 9th. And victim number 10 was Mukuro. Only one of those had the same type of damage to their body.
10 people in all?
Who would have
That's
thought?
right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
Did anyone bother to check who they all were?
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
No.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
No.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her.
Yeah.
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
One of them's not actually dead.
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders. Explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would it take that? Why would it take? What would it take for that to make sense? Mastermind destroyed a body. Same person was killed twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far,
Yeah.
but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Oh.
Murdered and murdered again?
Yup.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Mukuro.
It was Mukuro, of course.
Exactly. I'm glad I didn't have to point it
Before she was killed as
out.
Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Junko.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
Well, the fact that you're whining about
All you have
it
to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
shows we're getting on the money.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Onokuma file number 5. Is this another flashback one?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima?
No.
Leon
well,
Kawaka?
yes, it was Junko.
Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishikifumi Yama? Celestia Lu? Whatever? Or maybe...
Sakura Ogami.
Oh, no. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
There we go. Murdered twice. Yeah, Mukuro died from all the wounds all over the body. That has to be someone who's saying... Yep. Alright, figured this out ages ago.
Who is this someone
Blah, blah, blah,
else?
blah, blah,
Was
blah.
it
Nope.
Junko Enoshima?
Murdered twice.
No, that's wrong.
Was Junko. I figured that out ages ago, bro. May as well show your face now.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her?
Got stabbed everywhere.
She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
It was then put in the biolab.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Yep.
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yep.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... Yeah, what does it all mean?
In that instance,
It
yes, they
means
were the
that
same
there haven't
person.
been 10 victims, but 9.
And the mastermind is the hidden one.
Also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And let me guess, so you know who
And
it
that's
is.
the true identity of the mastermind?
It's Junko.
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Figure it out. We already
We already
spelled it
know
out.
the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
Praise the heavens above.
Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
No.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No, you moron. Quit talking. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But you really believe that? No. There's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Remember the tattoo. Unbelievable moron. Mukuro's fatal injury, Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Yes, it
Then she's
was.
still alive?
No.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So
No.
the mastermind mastermind's true identity is Mukuro!
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
That to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro!
Yes, it was.
No, that's wrong.
The tattoo. It's not something you just fake.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
Because of the tattoos.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
Yeah.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Junko. Thank you, finally. No. Oh, I went the absolute wrong way. Okay. And boom.
Here's my answer.
It was Junko.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Mukuro, we just discussed this. Mukuro was playing as
If
Junko.
Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Touched her wrist to check for her pulse, like they do in movies and stuff. But she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. Yeah. I did check. Absolutely. I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? If Mukuro had taken the hit. I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, would it be that Junko's not the one that died? It'd be Mukuro. Wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Hangman's Gambit. Alright. Replica? Placed. Place. Okay, I was wrong. Placed. Placed.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
Yeah.
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Maybe from the very beginning.
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Oh, it's not. There has to be some way. You need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
Aha.
What? From the
Because
beginning?
we never saw Mukuro in the beginning anyway.
Yes,
Technically
from
speaking.
the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met
Was Mukuro all this time.
was actually Mukuro all along?
Aha.
Then we'd already met her?
Yep.
I had like a normal conversation with her.
Yep.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
And we never really got to know many
so
of them.
Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko,
And that'd be the end of it.
and we never would have known the difference.
Yep.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
That's a good observation.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
True. There
If
was
she
makeup
did,
kits.
It likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Yeah.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
I was waiting for someone to point that out.
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Yeah.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Yeah, true.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
Wonder if Junko's about to show
I
up
think he's just afraid.
because Monokuma isn't being controlled, it seems. Oh, never mind.
What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
He still refuses to admit it, but he tried to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity. Not just once, twice. First time during our last investigation. During our last investigation. Is it a fatal injury? Okay, and I don't think that's what I need to corner Monokuma. Ah, crap. Was that the wrong one?
Shoot!
So I totally embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Dang it! I did choose the wrong one. Red eye, not just once, but twice. Is it the Monokuma file? Monokuma file. Nope.
Shoot!
Embarrass myself. Gosh dang, dude. What the hell is it? I feel like I'm dumb. This is a check. Monokuma forward. First time was during our latest investigation. During our latest investigation. Biolab secret? And nope, I screwed up. Uh-oh, we already had, oh, I missed something. Nobody believes me. Looks like I embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear I have to say. Uh-oh, have we already come to the end of 8? Ah, crap. I didn't mean to press that. Well, it would seem that you weren't able to uncover the mystery of the school or Mukuro's death. You know what that means? It's everyone's favorite punishment time. Gosh dang it.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Is this really it for us? Is it all over? What do you say? Want to give it another shot? Yeah, please. That'd be great.
I refuse to give up yet.
Can't give up now. Okay.
The two of them may have switched.
Oh, forget this. Gotta skip all of that nonsense. Skippy, 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 skip. Skippy, 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 skip. I'm trying to think. What was the first time we tried to cover up during the latest investigation? Come on. Faster. Our latest investigation. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, I'm an idiot. I mispressed. Places to check. With despair? Finally covered box in the hidden room. Come on. Was it this? The lights? No. Oh my god, man. photo. Oh. Hold on. What matters now is presenting the right evidence. It has to do with Monokuma trying to keep me from seeing during the investigation.
Shoot!
Looks like I just try to hide Junko's identity, not once but twice. What did he stop me from trying to see? Is the control room? And oh, I don't think that's what I need. Hang on. As with what Monokuma tried to keep me from seeing during the investigation. Oh, duh, the DVD. I'm an idiot. I am dumb.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
I can't even with myself. It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Yeah. This part, which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when does it matter? Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Yeah.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
Yep.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. What was it? Are you talking about the explosion? Oh, I've got to do this again.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
Okay, is there any more bullets or is it just...
That's impossible!
Photo of Kyoko. Group photo. Interview ID. Yep. DVD. What? I failed. Nobody believes me. Don't want to hear say. Yes, give me another.
I refuse
what the hell?
to give up yet.
I was trying to select it and it wasn't going away. Oh, I have to do all this. Come on, bro. It's so slow. Tempo up. There you go.
What? What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
Come on. Okay, now let me actually scroll to it. What is it doing? Okay.
What? What do you want? What? What do you want?
Is it photo?
That's
No.
impossible!
Group photo?
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got.
You never showed Junko's face.
In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
Junko's face was never
What's so
shown.
unusual about them?
Comment to all these pictures. Junko's face never was shown. Junko. Usual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Yeah, just a little BS.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible.
Yep.
So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
Yes,
With
sir.
all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
Yes, sir.
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
Ta-da.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh, am I about to do the climax? Okay. So we all showed up. Junko, who was actually her, Mukuro, and then Mukuro died. Took the body out of the cold storage, baked it, mastermind, grabbed a knife, went after him. But Kyoko stopped that. Right? Yeah. Then fled. Then here, they put the mask over the body. Now on this one, they found the body, and as they were taking off the mask, it exploded.
Here's
That should be
exactly
all.
what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
It was Mukuro.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima.
Yep.
Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
Yep.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
Or tried to.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
Yep.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body.
Yep.
This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
Yep.
She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Yep. Junko and Oshima.
The real Junko and Oshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Silence.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Please tell me Junko is actually gonna show
Come
up.
on!
That'd be
It's time
nice.
you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Oh.
Did
I
you
was
really
hoping.
think the story would
But oh well.
end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Yeah, all the truths of the school. Oh. Junko, what's up? Ultimate despair, Junko and Oshima.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world! We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No, thanks.
Oh, did you think
All right,
I was
Jojo.
being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Don't play one. This is the mastermind? She's... The real Junko Inoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day, it was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
All
I
right.
feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
Oh, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school. First day in the main hall. Before arriving at school? It was definitely before I got to this school, so before arriving at school.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So
I
I
guess.
was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Exactly. Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister,
So they were
tough
twins.
and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
What the hell?
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Alright then, Junko.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What the
For my
hell?
plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
Was she multiple personality?
The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family. Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
Oh.
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides,
15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society.
All right, then.
Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
I guess
Sadly,
so.
her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
Fair.
Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well,
It
no,
is.
of course not.
For the most
I
part.
also did it to avoid becoming bored.
Exactly.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
What the hell is going on with her?
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal,
Yeah.
just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Yeah, because she did say something after she was stabbed. Yeah. This wasn't supposed to happen. Why me? Yep.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance.
Exactly.
But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
Well,
I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
yeah.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, well.
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
I'm so
Killing my
confused.
precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Thank you, Hero. Finally, one
And
good
my
thing you
sister,
said.
too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Of course.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yeah, well.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right?
So, I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Oh, jeez.
Are you talking about our memories?
There you go, ding dong.
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
Yeah, no.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
The most famous reindeer of all? Thinking about what Monokuma told us, the memories that were stolen from us, what they're related to. The founding of Hope's Peak Academy, the motives Monokuma came up with. Founding? No, what the hell? Who gives a crap about something that happened a billion years ago? Oh, bollocks. Your answers bore me. From now on, you're the ultimate snooze fest. Feel my spirit breaking, but I have to get myself together. I need to calm down and think about what I'm
Shoot!
To us. Whatever. What were they related to? It was the motives.
I got it!
I forgot.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill
She was
each other,
talking about the very
right?
first motives. When I said motives, I was thinking of all the
You remember
motives.
after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Can we just stick
So
with
then,
this, Junko?
Let me
I like
ask you
this
another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
A theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Despair. Losing something. Theme the motive gave us, and Monokuma gave us those DVDs. All my DVD was footage of my family. Yeah, it was something they couldn't bear to lose, but they lost. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first first motives we were given were human connections.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill.
Okay.
But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
think that was the dark secret. Like a dear secret, a precious secret. So when we got the weird envelopes, I mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was the meaning of life, the past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
That one was money. That was money. It was just greed. She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. Her own reverse harem. It's that time of greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
What, are you trying to...
Hell yeah, you got it again!
Are you trying to point out the 7 deadly sins or something?
Goddamn straight,
7
it was
mortal
money!
sins?
Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain.
Well, no,
Her
the
greed
other...
led to all kinds of death and destruction.
The other 2 wouldn't be the sins.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Or personal pride? The fact that others made her feel like some kind of monster? I do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. The theme of the motive in that case was betrayal? Blackmail, betrayal. Betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly.
Uh-oh.
How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What
know
meaning
what
is
that
there
just
in
did,
asking
but
those
alright.
questions now?
Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right?
And hope, yeah.
The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place.
Fair.
That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't
Something
it?
happened.
But it's not enough.
Something
I
bad.
want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now
Ding,
are you
ding.
interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame!
I'm gonna end that episode here. Geez, so yeah, like I figured, Junko was the mastermind, the true Junko. Which is not a surprise to me, because I was egging it along. I was kind of more just waiting for it to happen finally. But yeah, that's a hell of a thing to happen. I was hoping to maybe do this whole thing in one episode, but clearly, like, that was just to get like one mystery out of the way. Well, kind of two, like who murdered, but we kind of knew that, and also who the mastermind was, kind of knew that too. It was just a matter of dragging it out. And it's already been a long time recording for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna end that episode here. Should be the last episode, or maybe there's one more after. Hard to tell at this point. But yeah, that's gonna be all. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see when the final episode comes out, hit that subscribe button with the bell icon. You will get notified. Promise. It's how it works. Good system. Do it. But if you wouldn't mind, do me a favor. Something that's going to help later down the road when I'm done with this. Whenever this actually, the last episode does come out. Leave a like. So that way my content does get out to other people. But on top of that, try to leave a comment too. Probably something to do with game recommendations. I would like those. That way I know what some people would actually want to see. Now, of course, it's always going to be the final say is up to me, but it would be nice to see some inputs of things that you would be curious to see. So, you know, it'd be nice to see some of those things. Or if you just want to if you have a question or something, or just maybe even just a regular old comment you want to throw out there, do it. Seriously. It helps a lot, and it shows that you're engaged and you're active in what I'm producing, you know? So it helps me a lot. That helps me. The subscribing thing, that helps you. Do it for yourself. It helps me to an extent, but I feel like it helps me more when you like my videos and get my stuff out there, because I don't need 1 million billion followers if I have millions and billions of people watching the video. No, I feel like people actually like that. And, you know, subscribing just helps you get notified. So it'll just kind of happen if you guys want it. But the like system and the commenting system, that shows me solid actual proof. So I would appreciate it. If I got that much at least. Oops, sorry for hitting the mic. But anyways, that's going to be all for now. If you're excited to see the next episode, make sure you have your notifications turned on. And I'll see you when we get there. Like Sentinel, logging out.